Okay. Here's my door. Hey, nice to see that you're down this way. Yo, you mother...
What?
Fucking put some color on, dude.
One of us is gonna have to change. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in the last video you guys saw that we started doing a turbo build on my Civic, which is it's well overdue, and I'm very excited to be heading back to the shop. Kind of sucks because the shop is closed during the week, so the only real times that we get to work on it is the weekends. So during the week the videos are kind of slow, but I'm gonna pump out a bunch of videos over this weekend and have them ready for the next 2 weeks because I have a busy next 2 weeks. So the whole reason why Brett's picking me up is because the Soarer is back in the body shop. Nothing really too crazy, but because where we live, the roads are absolutely horrible. I duffed the front bumper on a pretty bad bump, so they're just touching up a little tiny section of the bumper, and I should have that car back within a couple days so that I can not have to bum rides from friends. But so Hurricane Dorian has made its way up the coast, and we'll be getting some rain from that tonight. So we're kind of making our way to the shop right now, trying to beat the rain before it gets here. But in terms of rain and cold weather and stuff like that, summer is just kind of transitioning to getting cold again. And for all the East Coast boys, at least the Northeast Coast boys, it gets pretty cold. So if you guys remember these hoodies that I came out with last year, the Never Home hoodies, they were a big hit, and I did them in sweatshirts and sweatshirts only. But this year I'm debating on if I want to bring them back, and if I bring them back, do them in jackets. So I have a whole new design already made, but I'm still on the fence if I want to actually do it. So if that's something that you guys are interested in, be sure to leave it down in the comments, because I'd love to make them, but I only want to make them if there's actually an interest out there for them. So we're gonna continue the shop. I'm gonna stop talking, and I'll see you guys when we get there. Hello. I've missed you.
I missed you too.
I wasn't talking to you. So we just got to the shop, and Steven has finally bought, look at me, I was walking the wrong side. Steven has finally bought his first, let me get a better shot here. His first right-hand drive car. Nice little Skyline. He got it for a really good price, and we figured that we would take it out for a spin real quick and see how it is. No floors, no carpeting. It definitely has, you know, seen some miles. It used to be a drift car, which is kind of good, kind of not good, just because it's like, you know, the car was kind of beat on a little bit, but he got it for a really good price, and he's happy with it, so I'm happy for him. But we're gonna take it out real quick. Brett's never driven right-hand drive, so this should be fun. Maybe Brett will get a right-hand drive at some point now. So it's cool. You gotta get used to being a little over to the right more. You're pretty close to the yellow.
Oh, fuck yeah, that's right.
Do you feel like a hot boy?
No.
No?
This thing's slow as fuck.
Well, what'd you put it to?
I don't know.
It's got life.
I'm just kind of scared.
It's got some fucking oomph to it.
Oh, there it goes.
That's not bad. Little RB20 turbo. What did you just say to me?
I want one. I want one. If you're selling a 4-door, let me know. I want one.
Well, that was easy. Oh, how do you like being a Skyline owner? It's cool. Needs work, like the body's a little rough. Body kit needs to be repainted, needs wheels, stuff like that, but it does look rad. Ooh, Toyota Starlet. That's sick. Okay, enough talking, more Civic. All right, you guys, we are back at the Civic, and staring at this makes me so excited to get this done. So, in the last video, we went over the entire kit. We were able to get the manifold 100% attached, the turbo attached. for the time being. We went over the whole turbo kit, the whole eBay turbo kit, and a lot of the stuff doesn't fit. And that's just kind of the way that it is with it being an eBay turbo kit. I got in contact with the company that I bought all this stuff from, and they are going to be sending me some of the correct stuff. Like the downpipe, for example, is totally wrong and clocked backwards, and all of this intercooler piping, I haven't even mocked it up, but I'm 90% sure none of this stuff is going to fit properly, and just a bunch of other annoying stuff that an eBay company would overlook. The feedback that I got on that video was insane. It was awesome, and a lot of you guys were saying that it was just as easy as taking the exhaust out of the turbo and clocking it to make the downpipe, you know, point down. But wanted to clarify that
We tried it.
the hot side does not move whatsoever.
Yeah, hot sides are fixed.
Hot sides are fixed. They're welded.
Fixed.
You
Cold
can-
sides you can clock. You can clock the center, but can't clock a hot side.
No. So there's nothing that we can do about that, and I was able to find the correct downpipe on eBay that I need to get this to work for a turbo kit where the turbo's facing this direction. So I'm gonna get that ordered, and we can just kind of do the downpipe when that time comes, but we can at least do all of the other stuff in the meantime. So first I should just drain all the oil and take the pan off, right? Get that ready. All right, we'll do that. Alright, so if you guys remember in the last video, I said I'm going to try and be as transparent as I can throughout this whole process. That way, in case you guys are doing Civic turbo builds in this, you know, similar fashion, you may find some of this useful. So, right now I'm draining all the oil out. Once the oil is all out, I'm going to take the oil pan off. It's going to be kind of hard to get the camera in there, but I will try my best to get a shot of the oil pan coming off. If you guys haven't already, be sure to smash the like button on this video. It really helps me out a lot, and hit subscribe if you guys aren't already subscribed. It means a lot to me. And I'm gonna get you guys set up, and we'll take the oil pan off this and clean it up, because it's disgusting and we need to weld a bung on it. So,
But I just always wear black.
just got this pretty much cleaned up as best as I can. We need to weld the bung on this side. We'll probably be right about here. None of us know how to weld or anything like that, so I have a friend that can weld. I'm gonna hit him up, see if he can do it for me relatively soon, but for now, I'll just put the oil pan to the side. We still have to clean everything out once all the welding is all set, but this is pretty much ready, and put it to the side for now. I have absolutely no idea if that was even in frame or not, but we'll just assume that it was. So, I also took the oil filter off of the back of the engine, because for this kit, it runs a sandwich plate, and the sandwich plate you thread into where the oil filter goes, and then you put your oil filter on top of it, and the sandwich plate has threaded holes in it where you put your oil lines, so it sends oil to the turbo and all that stuff. So I'm gonna try and find that in this kit wherever it is. It's not in there, so I'm gonna start looking around, see if I can find it, and then I'm gonna try and put it in. This is the sandwich plate. So basically this threads onto the existing oil filter location, and then you would thread the oil filter on top of this, and then you would run all of your lines. I can still utilize a sandwich plate, run the turbo line up to the turbo. We can do that, and then in this bag here, it has pretty much everything. It's got the big oil drain line, which I'm assuming that's what that is, and then all the plates to get all that put in. So I'm gonna start experimenting around. I know that this is basically how it works. So you pretty much just put this in here, and that threads into there, and then you can thread your oil filter onto that and make that work. So I'll have to remember before I start the car to make sure that these AN lines are plugged, because it's gonna shoot oil everywhere.
But I'm show it out. Hey, she playing cool now, but these my rules now. Don't play it out. So shimmy out, shimmy yeah. We could unwind if you let me. Shimmy out, shimmy yeah.
All right, so we got the adapter flange mounted. Adapter flange is in there. Everything is nice and tight. Wastegate will go right here. Got all the gaskets in. I clocked the inner piece of the turbo so that the correct oil fitting was facing up, since for some reason the return line was facing upwards. So got that spun around properly. Everything's tight. We're all pretty hungry, so we're probably gonna go grab something to eat, and then when we get back, I want to slap the wastegate on and get that situated, and the oil lines as well. We can get that ran and just kind of get going. I mean, for the most part, all this stuff is pretty good. Everything is tight. I would say we could just start it up and hear the turbo, but with this hole here, we're not going to get it really to spool that much. So that with the wastegate not being on yet, so it doesn't really make sense. I will be honest, I have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about. So if I'm talking about things incorrectly, first timer, and yeah, you've had them, but you've never put a boost on a car.
Of course not.
So we're learning, but it's going well so far, at least for the parts that work. So I still need to get that other stuff so that we can fully get this done, but I can order that stuff very, very soon, and then that can come in. We can get everything situated, but it's going good. All right, so we just got finished done eating food, and right now, where is it? Ah, here it is, wastegate. So I'm gonna get everything that I need to get that bolted up, and then in tomorrow's video, we are going to be getting everything welded and fit properly, because my friend will be here and he can weld that stuff up for me, which is gonna be awesome. So I'm gonna get this wastegate mounted. I'm going to put the sandwich plate on for the oil filter just for now. If we decide to use something different, then we will. I'll run the turbo lines real quick, and then I think that will be it for tonight. Yeah, let's just do it.
It's starting to look like a turbo
All right,
kit, yeah.
It's definitely starting to look like a turbo kit now. I am pumped. How do I?
Try holding the intercooler up to the front bracket to see like where they would possibly get drilled.
So the company said they're gonna send me brackets, but honestly, I highly doubt those brackets are even gonna work when they send them to me. So we'll probably still have to make them regardless. But I'm pretty happy with the progress that we made. Everything is tight. I'm gonna put this on tomorrow in tomorrow's video and get everything ran and plumbed up. We'll get all this stuff welded. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I think that once that stuff is on, this is gonna look complete, and then we can start worrying about like the intercooler stuff and a bunch of little other tiny fittings and things like that. And then we could probably start throwing the radiator and stuff like that back in. I think that I can use the slim fan that came with the kit for my AC on the radiator to give us a little more room as well, because the stock fan is just big. So yeah, I think we're gonna end the video there. Got quite a bit done, and we'll obviously get more done tomorrow and Sunday and everything like that. So more Civic videos to come. I know you guys are stoked on this, and I definitely am too, and I'm glad that it's really coming together. So wastegate's on, oil lines on, and yeah, we'll make more progress tomorrow, and I'm stoked at how it's coming along. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that awesome stuff. And I'll see you in the next one.